Hey y'all, welcome to the Southern Appalachian Herbal Podcast. I'm Judson Carroll and I'm an herbalist. I'm also a wild crafter, a gardener, and herb grower. I'm coming to you from high atop the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, just a stone's throw from the Tennessee line, overlooking the Pisgah National Forest. Absolutely surrounded by the bounty of God's green earth. I spent most of my life wandering these mountains and learning about plants from the old-timers and all sorts of characters. On this show, we'll talk about herbs and how to use them, how to find them, how to grow them, how to make preparations. We'll talk about a lot of things. We can also talk about permaculture, homesteading, foraging, and living off the land. Most anything, really. You can email me at southernappalachianherbs@gmail.com if you have a question or a comment. You can also contact me through the Grow Network, where I'm a regular contributor and a moderator for the forums. And my blog is, of course, southernappalachianherbs@blogspot.com. All right, y'all. I'm going to sit my guitar down and let's talk about herbs.
Hey y'all, welcome to this week's show. I'm getting this one out a little bit later than usual, and it's going to be a lot shorter than usual because we have no power or internet or even cell coverage at the house. If you hear anything strange, it's because I'm driving right now to try to get to a place where I can upload this episode. We have had what appears to be a terrorism attack here in North Carolina. If you're watching the news, you're probably hearing it called vandalism. But at least two power substations were shot up in coordinated attacks, putting about 40,000 people without power. Cold winter nights with no heat. And for most people that are around here are using electric heat, some of them have some smoke coming out of their chimneys, but not very many. The attack seems to have also interrupted cell service. I'm getting no cell service at the house, so at least a couple of towers are down. So that's the update from North Carolina. I always say if a nuclear bomb went off in North Carolina, it wouldn't even make the 6 o'clock news. So I may be your only source to tell you what's actually happening in Moore County, North Carolina. And yes, the FBI is in. It does appear to have been a coordinated attack that they're not yet calling terrorism. So that's the news from here. Now let's get on to a little bit of herbal info. A couple of weeks ago, I guess it's been a month ago now, I did a great interview on adaptogens. You can look that up on the podcast. And one of the herbs we discussed in that show was gynostemma. I was aware of gynostemma. I've used it in formulas and such, but had not had it as a tea specifically. And in that show, it was recommended that you take 2 to 3 cups of gynostemma tea a day. Well, I decided to give it a try. You know, the price of coffee has just about doubled in the past 2 years. And really, every now and then you want to change anyway. So I replaced my coffee with gynostemma tea. Every morning I'm having 2-3 cups. And I tell you, it's really impressive stuff. It has reduced inflammation overall. It's helped with allergies and asthma and such as that. It doesn't make you jittery. It doesn't have caffeine that I'm aware of. I can't find any nutritional information stating that it has caffeine. It seems to be calming and invigorating at the same time. Gives you a little more energy throughout the day and doesn't interfere with sleep. In fact, I'm sleeping a little better since I've been drinking it. So that's the only herbal information I'm going to get to today. Check it out. It's I believe I'm just doing this from memory, GYNOSTEMMA. If that's not the exact spelling, it's something very close to it. It's inexpensive. I got, I guess, 2 ounces for less than $10. That included shipping. And that looks like it's going to be a good 2-month supply. So comparing that to the price of coffee today, you can see how that's really impressive. And, this, like I said, appears to be a terrorist attack. It's just another reminder that you never know when the grid's going to go down, when the power's going to be out, when supply chains can be disrupted. So remember, y'all, have what you need on hand in terms of priorities. Shelter, water, food, heat. Try to have at least 3 ways to get everything you need. Have whatever medications you need on hand before the time comes. Have some flashlights, electric lanterns, gas lanterns, whatever you need for light. Batteries, of course, and herbs. Whatever herbs you need, have them on hand before you need them. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Remember, it's I guess we're just a few weeks out from Christmas now. I've got 9 books for sale. You can get them through Amazon in paperback. If you order them from me, there's going to be a little bit of delay because I can't send it to you right away without having internet. They say we may have some power back by Thursday, so say a prayer we get some power back by Thursday, because there are a whole lot of people in this community of older folks that they could be home on medical equipment that needs electricity. Without cell coverage, they can't call an ambulance. They probably don't have generators, and they're probably getting pretty cold. They may not even have food at home or a way to cook it. So keep us in your prayers. And remember, my new book, Medicinal Ferns, was just released last week. So check that one out and all my other ones out on my website, judsoncarroll.com, southernappalachianherbs.blogspot.com, or if you want a paperback copy, please order from Amazon. Thanks, y'all. Talk to you next time.
The information in this podcast is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease or condition. Nothing I say or write has been evaluated or approved by the FDA. I'm not a doctor. The U.S. government does not recognize the practice of herbal medicine, and there is no governing body regulating herbalists. Therefore, I'm really just a guy who studies herbs. I'm not offering any advice. I won't even claim that anything I write or say is accurate or true. I can tell you what herbs have been traditionally used for. I can tell you my own experience and if I believe an herb has helped me. I cannot nor would I tell you to do the same. If you use an herb anyone recommends, you are treating yourself. You take full responsibility for your health. Humans are individuals and no two are identical. What works for me may not work for you. You may have an allergy, a sensitivity, an underlying condition that no one else even shares and you don't even know about. Be careful with your health. By continuing to listen to my podcast or read my blog, you agree to be responsible for yourself, do your own research, make your own choices, and not to blame me for anything ever.